Good day everyone. I am Renjay E. Ginoo, a third-year Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering student of the Bicol State College of Applied Science and Technology, or BSCAS. So this video is all about some important concepts under the principles of transportation engineering. So the first one is the transportation system analysis, followed by the transportation planning processes. So, transportation systems analysis can be defined as the combination of elements and their interactions which produce the demand for travel within a given area and the supply of transportation services to satisfy this demand. In layman's term, it basically how we move goods or people that requires mobility. Going back to older times up until the present times, we can observe that it became part of our daily needs to depend on different modes of transportation like cars, trucks, public utility vehicles, boats, planes, and other transportation vehicles to supply our everyday demands. Did you know that the very first transportation system does not have wheels or wings to move? So, the very first transportation system is walking. So, the first means of transportation was the human foot. People used to walk large distances to reach places. So, from walking with barefoot to domesticating animals, the first wheel was then invented. And after that invention, it came the different transport modes that we now have today. So, these are the list that shows the evolution of different transport means. So those are the different transport modes. So we will go now to the categories or types of transportation system. The first one was the land transportation. So land transportation is the movement of goods or people in vehicle operating above or under the ground. It is basically the everyday vehicle that we see on the streets: cars, jeeps, motorcycles, etc. So, next one is the water transportation. So, it is the way in which people and cargo are moved on the bodies of water. And we have waterways to use for our boats or other water vehicles for transportation. And the third one is the air transportation. So, it is the movement of people or cargo above the ground and within the Earth's atmosphere. So, we can see airplanes above us most commonly during the day, and we see lights of airplanes of skies during night. So it contains cargoes and people also. And then the next one is the space transportation. So it is the movement of people or cargo within near space and into outer space. So this kind of transportation requires space vehicles or spacecraft that was being launched in outer space. So intermodal transportation. When more than one environment is used in a system, for example, imported products come on cargo ships and are transferred to tractor trailers to be delivered to the final destination. So that is the intermodal transportation. We will move now to one of the most important concepts of transportation systems analysis, which are the major disciplines of transportation. So, major disciplines of transportation. We have here four major disciplines, which are the transportation planning, geometric design, pavement analysis and design, and the traffic engineering. So, going with the first major discipline, transportation planning. It involves the development of a transport model which will accurately represent both the current as well as future transportation system. So, it is all about constructing a solid transportation systems or models which should address all types of present issues about transportation. So, the next is the geometric design. So, it deals with physical proportioning of other transportation facilities in contrast with the structural design of the facilities. With the term geometric, it is particularly focusing on the sections of the certain designs, such as the cross-section of the road, vertical and horizontal alignment, and intersections. The next one is the pavement analysis and design. It deals with structural design of the roads, both bituminous and concrete, commonly known as flexible pavements and rigid pavements respectively. This discipline mostly deals with the structure of road on how it goes with standard thickness, how properly chosen and applied materials, on construction, and the maintenance procedures of the road which answers the problems on load carrying, texture of riding on the road, and the upcoming problem solution. So the last major discipline is the traffic engineering. So it involves a variety of engineering and management skills, including design, operation, and system optimization. So, traffic engineering requires traffic engineers to fully master their profession to properly demonstrate and apply their knowledge and skills to protect the environment and people while they provide the mobility for us. So, the next topic is about transportation planning processes. So, what is transportation planning processes? So, transportation planning is a preparation planning to move or transfer human, animal, or other items to some place to another place. This planning will related to the operation of the highway system, geometry, and operation of traffic facilities. So these include sets of processes, in preparation for the transportation system. About importance of transportation planning. The first one is efficiency. So to achieve efficient management and better management of existing resources. What are the resources left? What are the things that should be focused first? How can we utilize the resources? And what are the available technology to help in building transportation systems? So the next one is the quality. To reduce the negative impact to the traffic that produces a pollution. If we perform an efficient planning, we can expect that we won't compromise the health of the environment along with the people. Next is equity. To meet travel demand and response for all communities. So imagine we are efficient in planning and we reduce too much resources needed. So we didn't harm our environment and people, so it will only have positive results such as meeting the daily needs of everyone. So it's a big result. What are the objectives of transportation? So objective number 1, offer economic opportunities. Transportation is how people can get to work, but transportation infrastructure improvement projects create jobs as well. Better transportation infrastructures and vehicle equates to a more employed individual, thus making money for everyone. Next, objective number 2, it improves quality of life. Instead of being stuck in traffic, members of the public can benefit from public transportation, improvement thoroughfares, and pedestrian-friendly communities when transportation planning is done effectively. Every planning organization seeks to improve quality and movement opportunities for all residents, from students to seniors. Objective number 3, provide safety for travelers. Poorly planned and executed roads, railways, and other means of transit can result in serious injuries or death. At its heart, the transportation planning process is meant to keep the community safe as people get from point to point. So, objective number 4, be cost efficient. Transportation is one of the biggest household costs in every nation. So planning objective is to keep expenses low. Professional use data analysis to suggest vital public transit initiatives and prioritize projects that are needed the most. So the next, objective number 5, reduce environmental footprint. So reducing both gasoline consumption and community carbon footprint is another important objective of well-planned and sustainable transport. The added miles in private cars not only waste time but resources too. That's all for the transportation planning processes. We successfully discussed the transportation systems and analysis, and the other one is the transportation planning processes. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I am glad I have shared my knowledge with you guys, and thank you for listening everyone.